Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirkherb Street. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Movement for the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Back to throw. It's Davis. Grab behind the line. It's Sims. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Second down, looking to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous. Lost his concentration and drops the ball.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great...
Looking to chuck it again. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Short pass finds the tight end. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. The Rainbow Warriors looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking down.
For an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The Rainbow Warriors with 1st and 10 here. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Pass. You know, these touch passes can be a real test on that defense, and they passed this test with flying colors, blowing that play up.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly out of the wideout. He makes the grab. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
And the Rainbow Warriors hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And they'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
No gain makes it second down and goal from the 5. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Risky throw here on second down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on third down coming up.
Battle to reach the national championship game. Big moment early here. Third down and goal. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Dropping back, it's Holstein. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
At the 25, it's second and 10. Can they make it a third and manageable here? Grab down the middle. It's Reed. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver, and look at this result. Some positive yards.
The Panthers pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Finds room to the 30. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
That's a football play right there. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Been a really solid drive, but now a challenge here coming up on second and 13. To throw, it's Holstein. The sure hands, it's Reed. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down mark. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Keeps it on the draw. They make the tackle, but nice gain. Sets him up first down at the 14.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Trying to find room. It's Reed. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
The Panthers looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Panthers, as they get on the board here in this playoff game. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. At this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and trying to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. To throw, it's Davis. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line in the hurry up. They're going to run it here. Breaks into the clear. Here he goes. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. Second down play coming up for this offense. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That ball snagged for a completion. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a short completion of a big tight end. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23. The Rainbow Warriors starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Davis. Snags the quick throw. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The Rainbow Warriors looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
He's got it near the end zone. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line. And now the defense decides to spend the timeout to regroup a bit. He moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. Send the back in motion. Stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Hawaii. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Starting at the 25. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Play action here on first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Panthers will have to punt this one away. And here's the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can he make something happen? To the air, it's Davis. Here's the throw deep downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Screen to the wide receiver. Breaks loose at the 40. He's in the clear. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start with the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Play action fake, looking to throw. It's reeled in. It's Johnson. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. To the air. It's Holstein. Nice grab. It's Reed. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. The pass rush closing in. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Boy, 3rd down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit. Doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the 1st down himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
Grab down the middle. It's Reed. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
They'll try to run for the 1st down. Running through the tackle. They make the stop at the 5, but it'll be 1st and goal from there.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
The Panthers line it up with 1st and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Lee. Touchdown, Pitt. Great connection there for 6 points. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss. Well, the play is just blown up, and the big fella in the middle starts showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
And he'll be brought down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Davis. He's running out of time here. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. We'll see what he can do with the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. With the catch, it's Thomas. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move his sticks more than enough for a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Well, they trapped him for a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
At 1st down, sack a surprise and moves him back into fringe field goal range. What can they do on 2nd and long? Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Pickup of 5. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score. All right, here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. To throw, it's Holstein. With the catch, it's Williams. Completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
So here we go, down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Davis. Grab behind the line. It's Barfield. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
I mean, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a first down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
First down and 10 now. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking to throw it again. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
The Rainbow Warriors keep the football on the move. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Looking for a man. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down after a short gain there.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
Back to throw. It's Davis. Caught in the backfield. It's Barfield. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Makes it look easy. And they jump back in front. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the fourth.
The first play of the drive now from the 25. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First play of the drive, they look to the right. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 39. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Time winding down deep in this game with a shot at the championship game on the line. Can the offense step up? Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
Using his legs on the scramble. They bring him down, but not before he moves the sticks with a first down gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. All right, serious drama here. The semifinal game comes down to the final couple minutes. Can the offense make a play here? The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, This changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Fires it to the wideout. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Time winding down deep in this game with a shot at the championship game on the line. Can the offense step up? Grab down the middle. It's Reed. They get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down now from the 37.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? They're going to run the option. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Defense is spread all over the field, doing a pretty good job here, keeping him out of the end zone, but he gets enough for the 1st down.
It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? And the defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Reed. He's swarmed by the defense. The offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
All right, serious drama here. The semifinal game comes down to the final couple minutes. Can the offense make a play here? They're able to convert. Now it'll be 1st and goal at the 6.
But how many times do we see this late in the 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a 1st down.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. Just flings it out of bounds with pass rush closing in.
Interesting scenario here, Chris. Down by 3. A field goal obviously ties it here in the last few seconds. But do they take a chance? Do they potentially throw the ball into the end zone to try to go for the win? I think I'd kick it.
Oh, it's no good. The journey ends with that missed kick. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to